Hello and welcome to my latest weekly news from Madison's. Well, I've been telling you for a long time now this boom that we've been having. And one of the things we see as a result of that boom is a lot of properties going to what's called sealed bids or best and final offers. It doesn't happen so much in a normal market. It basically is a situation that arises when you have more than one buyer chasing a property. And sometimes it's just the simplest and the fairest and the quickest way to resolve that as quickly as possible. It's horrible for buyers, absolutely horrible. I've bought 2 properties in sealed bids. It's like a kind of auction, but an auction where you don't see what other people are bidding and where you don't get a chance to gradually drive the price up. You've basically got to go in with your best and final offer by a certain time in no knowledge of whether that was a million miles more than you needed to actually pay or whether you got pipped at the post by only a few £1,000s. So very stressful for the buyer, but for the agent and for the seller, often the best way to resolve it. If you've got 5 parties that want a property, which often happens at the moment, or more, how do you negotiate between them? It would take forever. And what gives one buyer more right to have that last say than the other one? You need to treat them all as fairly as possible. It's not always about the amount. It's often about a whole host of factors. As agents, we give our clients recommendations on the offer that we feel is most likely to pass the finishing post, and often that can be a lot to do with a buyer's position. So it's quite normal in sealed bids to get slightly lower offers from people who are in rented or have no related sale, no need to sell, and maybe those higher offers from people who understand they've got a chain and that therefore there is more risk in their deal and they need to present some benefit or advantage as to why they should be picked. And often if that's enough money, then that might sway the seller to take a chance. It obviously depends on what the seller's motives are as well. They might be keen to secure a property themselves and want to be in a very, very strong position with a very, very really good proceedable buyer or a very short chain. So I've put a blog up on my website which goes into a lot more detail about it. As I've been talking, there have been some pictures of properties rolling that we have gone to sealed bids recently on. Lots of beautiful properties. Quite a bit of work, but an easy way to sort it out. But if it's all a bit of a minefield to you, then do head on over to my website. I've got a full blog on the subject, and I hope that finds its use to you. Advantages, disadvantages, things to be aware of. One point you might be interested to know, sealed bids is not binding on either party. You have to put all offers to your seller up to the point of exchange. So sometimes someone might come in after the sealed bids and make a higher offer. We as agents get terrible press for that, but we have to act on our clients' instructions. We have to put the offer to them. We can give them lots of recommendations about what we think they should do, but obviously they will ultimately do what they want to do. So I hope that's of use. The rental market, that's a really interesting one. There's been some great stats coming out this week. Almost like 3 kind of distinct economies in the world of rentals developing. There's London and what's going on in London. There's the wider UK, and then there's the other cities in the UK. And interestingly, rents as an average, if you took out London, they're up by about 3% at the moment. So a great rise. If you include London as an average across the country, they're down 1.1%, and that is showing that in London only, they're down just over 9%. There's been a huge search for space. We've talked about it a lot. A lot of people no longer feeling they need to be in the city and moving out to get more for their money, maybe an extra bedroom to do home working or a little garden space. So London has been really affected. As we come out of lockdown, we would expect that to ease, and certainly that is showing in the cities. The cities are finding a lot more demand from tenants, so it looks like it's working its way through. But really interesting as well, calls on the government to do more about rent arrears. It's estimated there are only over 350,000 tenants currently in rent arrears, and about 60% of those are in rental arrears because of the pandemic. So a lot of calls on the government to do more to help the private rental sector. Obviously, there's been a 6-month notice period you've had to serve a tenant to exit them from a property during the pandemic. But that 6-month notice could be coming to an end, or of course people could be enforcing eviction processes after that as well. So calls on the government to help those people. Well, of course, we're easing out of lockdown. It's great to see Frampton's here on the Pantars open and people sitting inside. It's been so cold, hasn't it? So lovely to see those restaurants open again and be able to sit inside and have a meal. And we were delighted that the assembly halls reopened on Sunday. They've got a packed programme of events, lots of those tribute acts. I always think they're worth it. Just look at those funny names. My favourite one I looked at was Wrong Jovi. I thought that was quite clever. Anyway, yeah, great tribute acts, comedy shows, things for the kids. There's a Horrible Histories coming up in the early July, so do go onto their website, have a look and support them as much as you can. They've had such a tough time in the entertainment sector. It's lovely to see them back. We're still here, we've adapted to the new rules, it hasn't changed much in our world. We're still encouraged to do virtual viewings and we get a lot of great press on our virtual viewings. So I thought I'd give you a snip at the end of this video of how we conduct them. I hope you enjoy and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye. Hello, my name is Debora from Madison's and we've got a great tour to show you of 1 Oakville Court Road, the house behind me. It's set on this quiet no-through road, very near to Claremont.
So welcome inside number 10 Culverden Avenue. I'm standing in the hallway, obviously, front door behind me.
Inside this beautiful flat. As you come in through this lovely entrance hall, first thing you're struck by are these wonderful high ceilings.
And just such a great space for a family. You'll see as we go, there's a huge roof lantern there which just floods this room.
So like with the rest of this house, beautifully decorated, lovely feature wall, painted lovely deep royal blue.
On the right hand side is the large living room. In shot, as you can see there, beautiful original fireplace in working order.
So we're now on the first floor of this property. There's another floor above us with another bedroom and bathroom up there. But on this floor, we've got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, one of which is...
We're heading now into this bedroom at the front of the house, currently being used as the master bedroom by the current owners.
Part of the kitchen, you've got these beautiful sliding doors, low profile doors, which open up to a partially decked area.
Well, here we are back out in the garden of 24 Calverley Park. I just wanted to give you a sense of this garden because it is so lovely, so private.
What do we like about this property? Well, situated over 3 floors, it presents you with 3 really good sized double bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
I hope you've enjoyed my tour of Wickham's Barn here in Brenchley. I think you'll agree it's a great property, but what do we particularly love about this house? Well, I think the size of the accommodation.
So what do we at Madison's love about this house? Well, it has to be the fact that it's detached on such a lovely, quiet, no-through road. The current owners have decorated it beautifully. It's really, really nicely presented.
The location is great. You're a few minutes walk from Highbroom Station and easy access to the A21. So it's a house with lots of convenience and lots of style. I hope you agree. If you'd like to arrange a viewing, please do give us a call. We'd be delighted to arrange.